In the annals of American wealth, one name stands as the nation's first true titan, John Jacob Astor. Born in a small German village, he arrived in America with little more than ambition. Yet, by his death, he commanded a fortune equivalent to hundreds of billions today. He was not merely an accumulator of riches, he was a ruthless architect of capitalism. His first empire was built on fur, but this was no simple trade. It was a sophisticated, global arbitrage machine. His ships left New York laden with English wool and muskets, bound for the Pacific Northwest. There, these goods were exchanged for precious sea otter and beaver pelts, known as soft gold, in Qing Dynasty China. From there, his vessels sailed to Canton. A single pelt, acquired for a few dollars in goods, could fetch over $100 in pure silver. With this fortune, Astor's ships purchased coveted Chinese teas and silks, which were then sold in New York at markups of up to 400%. It was a perfect, self-contained profit loop. But this global enterprise had a darker, often sanitized component: opium. As fur supplies dwindled, Astor turned to Turkish opium. His ships would anchor offshore in China, offloading the illegal narcotic to smugglers. Opium was not a sideline, it was a vital financial instrument, providing the silver needed to fuel his luxury goods trade. Astor and Sons became one of America's leading opium smugglers. On American soil, his tactics were equally unforgiving. He lobbied Congress to pass a law in 1816 banning foreign rivals from the fur trade on US soil. This act effectively handed him a monopoly. His American fur company then systematically used cheap, potent liquor to indebt and addict indigenous trappers, ensuring a steady, cheap supply of furs. In the 1,830 seconds, Astor executed a brilliant pivot. He liquidated his fur empire, declaring his money safer on the island of Manhattan. His second, far larger fortune was built on real estate. His strategy was revolutionary in its simplicity. Buy ahead of the city's inevitable northward expansion and never sell. Astor became a predator of panics. During downturns like the Panic of 1837, he would buy up the mortgages of desperate landowners, acquiring vast tracts for pennies on the dollar. The true genius of his real estate dynasty, however, lay in the Astor Lease. He leased vacant land for long terms, typically 21 years. The tenant was responsible for constructing a building. Astor received steady ground rent, and at the lease's end, the land and the newly constructed building reverted to his estate free of charge. It was a system of immense, passive, and perpetual wealth. John Jacob Astor was a man of contradictions, a visionary who built a global empire, and a ruthless monopolist who profited from addiction and exploitation. His one great act of public philanthropy, the bequest that founded the Astor Library, now the cornerstone of the New York Public Library, was a final attempt to shape his legacy. He was not just America's first multi-millionaire. He was the man who laid the financial and physical foundation for modern New York City.